Once upon a time in a distant place, Arya's village was a paradise, painted with vibrant hues and filled with genuine happiness. The skies gleamed in shades of gold, laughter echoed through the air, and every heart radiated warmth. But one fateful day, a powerful sorcerer walked into the village and cast a wicked spell, plunging the village into eternal gray. From that day on, the villagers lost their emotions, and the beauty of color became nothing more than a distant memory. In a world where emotions were locked away, Arya wandered the gray streets of her lifeless village. Her once radiant smile was a distant shadow, and her soulful eyes carried the weight of loss. One day, a wanderer named Kian arrived from Prismer, a neighboring land of radiant colors untouched by the sorcerer's curse. He carried a glowing crystal in his hands, a shimmering beacon of hope. The crystal had the power to restore emotions and color, but its magic came at a price. It required the sacrifice of one's most cherished memory. When Kian first saw Arya, he was struck by her beauty. Her delicate features and graceful presence stood out even in the gray monotony of the village. But as he watched her, Kian noticed something more profound. Beneath her serene exterior was a deep sadness. She moved through the world with quiet strength, yet her longing was evident in the way she gazed at the barren horizon. In that moment, Kian realized Arya wasn't just beautiful. She was extraordinary, a beacon of hope waiting to shine. Kian approached Arya, introducing himself and explaining the crystal's power. He told her how it could split light into vibrant colors, each representing an emotion: red for passion, blue for calm, yellow for joy. Yet the cost was heavy. To release these colors, someone had to surrender their most treasured memory. For Arya, that memory was the melody her late mother sang under the village's lone tree. It was the only piece of her past that still felt alive. Word spread quickly, and the villagers gathered around Kian and Arya. Fear and doubt filled the air. "What if it consumes her soul?" they cried. "What if it fails?" Kian tried to reassure them, his voice calm yet firm. But the panic only grew. Amid the chaos, Arya's resolve never wavered. She stood tall, her eyes fixed on the crystal as if it held the key to her mother's melody. "This is my choice," she said softly, silencing the crowd. Kian hesitated as he handed the crystal to Arya. For a moment their hands touched and he whispered, "You don't have to do this." Arya looked at him, her gaze steady and her smile faint but unwavering. "Sometimes a small light can ignite a world of hope," she replied. Her words struck Kian deeply. He realized that Arya's strength wasn't just in her willingness to sacrifice. It was in her belief that even in loss, something greater could be gained. Arya closed her eyes and placed her hand fully on the crystal. A surge of warmth coursed through her as the crystal absorbed her memory. She felt the melody of her mother's song one last time, a bittersweet farewell wrapped in love. Then the memory faded and the crystal's light exploded outward. Colors burst forth, flooding the village in waves of radiant hues. Red skies, golden trees, and emerald grass filled the world once more. The villagers stood in awe as laughter and joy returned to their faces. The village was alive again. Though Arya's memory of her mother was gone, she felt her presence in every hue that now painted the village. Her sacrifice had brought life, joy, and inspiration to everyone. As Kian prepared to leave, he turned back to Arya, who stood surrounded by grateful villagers. "You're more than a guardian of light," he said. "You're the heart of this village." With a nod, he departed, his mission complete, leaving Arya to protect the gift she had given. Some stories are born of loss, but Arya's became a beacon of courage. Through the gift of light, she found not just a renewed world but a new purpose. And in her sacrifice, her village found its heart again.